911, what is your emergency?
I'm on 530. There's a roof of a house on 530.
My neighbor's house and their neighbor's house has been completely taken out, and it's collapsed on several of them.
911 emergency?
Oh, yeah, man, I got a big emergency. There is a house, and it is covering the road. Everything's gone. The houses are gone.
Are there any injuries?
Yes, there's people yelling for help.
How many's in there? At least 2. There should be 3 people in this house, so we're trying to find the other one.
There's so many people yelling for help.
They've been dispatched, okay?
What happened? Can you tell us what happened?
It looks like we had a mudslide in the area, but we do have the fire department dispatched out there, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
So we were in the living room, and she just heard, Dawn thought there was a chimney fire because we just heard this roar.
I got a phone call from my daughter saying something bad had happened on 530 near Oso.
Got on the freeway, came southbound on I-5, and I could see patrol car after patrol car after patrol car.
Then there was a little bit of silence for just a few seconds or whatever, and then there was a loud flapping noise like a tarp on a log truck that just went.
When I first looked down, I'm at the Seapost Road, and there's the roof of a house, and it's sitting in the middle of Highway 530, and I'm thinking, well, where did that come from?
When I walked out there, there was piles and piles of logs, and just everything was gray. There was no color difference in anything. It was just all that slate gray color. And normally I can't see past the neighbor's house, but there was no neighbor's house. There was nothing. There was just piles of twisted debris and stuff, and there were electrical lines down. And I just started screaming for my neighbors because I could see just debris, and then the mountainside.
Then I started to get more information and quickly realized that this wasn't a mudslide. This was a mountain had fallen down.
My tactical flight officer became really animated. He said there were 30 homes here, and I'm flying around looking for remnants at 30 homes where, because I didn't see anything. I realized that all these homes are gone, completely gone, and not only are they gone, there's no remnants of anything.
It's kind of that look where everybody looks at each other and like, okay, we got to go out there. And then when the guy yelled, "There's a baby in here," that was the end of it.
There's people in the houses and they're trapped and we hear voices. And she handed us a shovel and a rake, and my wife and I took off running.
We turned around and people started to come at that time from the road and up, and we just said, at my house, go open the doors, get whatever you need, get the shovels, get the chainsaws, get blankets.
Ike and I, we just grabbed some tin and started laying it out.
I think several of us simultaneously spotted those 2 gentlemen throwing debris down and trying to walk on it, and they'd pick up what they dropped, move it forward.
I look over here and Ike's 20, 30 yards over here, and he's holding a little boy. And that helicopter that was following us came down, and it was hovering over a high mound of like mud and dirt. Every time he'd stand up, he'd get blown over. So I ran over behind him.
He gave me a big
and I just started shoving on the back of him, pushing him up this hill, and to where he got to where the helicopter pilot got Jacob.
And I motioned for him to get in the aircraft, so he turned around and came back, and we took him out as well, which turned out to be a good thing because he was able to hold Jacob, sit him in his lap, and hold him in the aircraft while we were moving over to the highway to drop them off. It was very much a collaborative effort with those 2 guys because, had we not spotted them initially and were trying to figure out what they were up to, Jacob was covered in mud. We may have never seen him.
We did extensive visual searches of that entire square mile. We did thermal searches, trying to look for hot spots to see if anybody was trapped. Coming to the realization that there was no one we could find. There was no remnant or sign of life.
You know, those are horrific things for anybody to experience. Nobody should ever witness that or experience that.
We did lose 43 citizens of Steelhead Haven and the houses surrounding it.
Whenever you just in general lose something, you know, it always eats at you. Losing 2 people, like, that consumes you.
As horrible of an experience as it was a wonderful experience working with everybody together, the way the volunteers and FEMA and the firefighters and everybody on the ground just jumped in together and just did what needed to be done.
Again, being raised in Darrington, I know firsthand that Darrington comes together.
People that said, no, this is my community, I'm going to help. And thank God they did. As I look back on this whole event, I think we're changed in terms of how we see community involvement in a natural disaster.
Everybody was on board to do whatever needed to be done.
Even to this day, people are still asking, what can we do? What do you need? And it just happens.
Definitely going to keep on helping each other like we always have. I think we'll, be just as strong as ever.
I don't ever want to take, for the rest of my life, anything for granted. Disasters happen, tragedies happen, but it's what we've been able to get from those tragedies.
The stories are unbelievable, how people are coming together to help. I'm so proud to be able to say I'm from